Good morning, listeners, and good morning, wrestling. You're here on July 27th, 2017, and you've made it to Good Morning Wrestling. You're here with The Slew and
Charles X.
And here we are yet again. Charles, how are you doing today?
It's been a good morning so far. I slept in a little bit. Got the rest I really needed. But
good.
Up, ready to start
Heck
the day.
yes.
How was work?
Sleep was always good. Work was fine. I was just there making money. Making that cheddar.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Cheddar.
Getting ready for some spending some money. Whatnot stuff. Spending it. That's what I do with it once I get it. So yeah, good day so far, Charles. Rained. It rained.
Did it?
Yeah, it did.
No, I didn't
It
even
sucked
know.
because I was working and then a guy came in and he was just wearing like one of those construction shirts, so it was all glowy, highlighter color. And then he was just covered in raindrops and I was like, oh snap. And then I ran outside and had to roll the window up on the car. But it had to only have been a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how interesting my night was. I don't know.
If that's the craziest tale from your night, it sounds like you had a pretty boring but restful night.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it wasn't bad at all. I enjoyed it. Pretty good. But then I got home and then we watched NXT.
Sure did.
And it was pretty good. Sitting around watching the newbies throwing it together for us.
Honestly, it's getting to be the best weekly show. Like, I mean, SmackDown was really good this week and all was good, but as far as like the last month, man, NXT has been just great.
Had gold on every show other than this last one out of the last like 4, right?
Except for this one, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, except for this one tonight. This one. There was no, as in like defense, like defending. Like, wasn't it tag team titles, and then the week before that was women's, and the week before
last
that
week
was
they had
Bobby?
the number one contenders main event with...
Oh, so I'm thinking 2 weeks ago that they had the Heavy Machinery fought.
Yeah, that was 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
Last
okay,
week
well
they
then.
had Drew versus
Oh, yeah, that was
Killian
good.
Dane.
That
That
was
was
good.
that was maybe the best main event they've had in a while, so...
That
Maybe
was
not,
good.
though.
Bobby Roode and
Lots of competition there.
what's his face? What's
Strong.
his face?
That was really good, too, but
That
I
was
really
really
I really liked Drew versus Dane.
Yeah.
And tonight, this one had a good main event.
Yeah, it did. We'll get there.
Yeah.
But let's go back a little bit, not hop in front of ourselves, and let's start from the top. Who we see first tonight? Who came out first?
Ember Moon. And she fought Lady Tappa.
Making a debut of sorts.
Former TNA and GFW star. Knockout.
At different
whatever you wanna
times.
say. Yeah.
Weird. You know?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And now they're together, so it's odd, because now she's not it either.
I see what you mean. I was like, yeah, it's gotta be different times.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Heck
got
yeah.
you.
Yeah, that's what I meant. And it was pretty good. That chick did pretty good. They didn't make her look really weak, even though she pretty much got squashed. She still didn't really look weak. Her screams could use some work for somebody who's been wrestling for so long. Don't
Yeah.
you think?
I mean, yeah,
They were
that's
a
just
little-
what it's gonna sound like. So
Yeah.
if that's her voice. There's not much working on that, I guess.
Well, you can do something else if it's going to sound that not... It was weird.
Well, I mean, you got to think that's your opinion. Maybe,
Yeah, I guess you're
them
right.
in the back, maybe they're like, "Hey, that was a good yell." You
Yeah,
really
but
seem
I
fierce.
know that's why the people are listening to me, Charles, because I
Yeah,
know
right.
what I'm talking about. We've watched Tough Enough. Remember when they told that guy to stand up there on that turnbuckle and just go, yeah, before he did his move? And that was his thing?
Yeah, that was awful.
They don't know what they're talking about. Triple H is back there, walking around with a sledgehammer like it's a cane, thinking he's a badass, lifting up his woman's skirt, looking at his butt, ho, looking over at Cesaro. Cesaro's like,
I have no clue what you're saying. Oh my god!
you know what I mean? They just don't
All I heard
know.
was lifting up those skirts and looked at Cesaro.
They just don't know.
That's all anyone heard.
Parents just don't understand. That's what I'm getting at. We're not the parents. We're the youngins. We see it. Okay, either way, it was good. She did good.
You're going on a tangent here.
Yeah, Ember Moon did very good as well. As she always does, I guess.
It was quick. She got the win with the Eclipse. After the match, she cut a promo requesting a title match. I guess I'll go ahead and say it. Later on, she gets it.
Yeah, she does, because William Regal's like, you know what? It's funny, the way that he put it really did. He said, not verbatim, but he said essentially, I believe that the NXT universe thinks that she deserves it, and I think she deserves it. And you know what? William Regal thinking that she deserves it is enough for me. He's a man.
I mean, there's nobody else who really deserves it more or less, really.
Yeah, because they've squashed the shit out of them all.
Even her, she's already been beat by her, so fine, have the match again. If she wins, it'll be surprising.
I just don't see it.
She shouldn't.
I would be so sad if Asuka lost.
Especially just someone who seems just like another. Maybe someone like Nia Jax down the road, who's a huge monster.
Ember Moon.
I don't know. I just don't even see Asuka losing in NXT. I think that's stupid.
Yeah, they might as well just push her with it. But Ember Moon is just, she is a good wrestler and she has a good look, but she definitely is getting a bit of a forced push, and you can't help but notice and feel it. You know, like it literally feels like she has no one else to compete with to get this shot. Essentially,
I just hate how it seems like people need to lose just because the time is up. Like in NXT, like Shinsuke losing to Bobby Roode. I didn't think he necessarily should have lost to Bobby Roode.
Yeah, that was weird.
He went on to the main roster, and now everyone forgot about it. So
yeah, so there's
maybe
that.
that'll happen again. But I don't know. I'd rather see her just go up undefeated, forfeit the belt, and have the winner of the Mae Young Classic get it.
Well, the difference there is it's not a waste. Not saying Ember Moon is a waste in any way necessarily, but comparatively, like Shinsuke giving the rub to Bobby Roode and Asuka giving the rub to Ember is quite different. Because Ember is not a built-up superstar that is going to carry the title well, and she'll probably just lose it very soon after.
And to be honest, Shinsuke had already lost, so that works too. But
it's just Bobby Roode
Asuka's
is
first
very
loss
fierce
just doesn't
competitor.
need to be yet.
Nope.
I would have that a year or two into her main roster run.
Yeah.
There's literally no reason not to.
But you got to push her up with the title and just have her drop it.
No. Just vacate it. Fuck that title. Vacate it. If you can't be beat for it, and it's developmental, then no one else can develop because you're just stifling it.
Yeah, that's
You're stifling the whole division. Nobody else has got the rub as far as being the NXT champ in the last year. And it doesn't even seem like... And if anyone does beat her, it seems like it will be Ember Moon. Just because that's who they think should beat her.
Yep.
So, I mean, I don't know. I'd just rather see her not lose.
Yeah, I don't want to see her
going
lose.
up.
I don't want to see her lose.
Because that'll take a lot out of her mystique when she gets to the main roster.
Well, I don't think she will. I don't think that Brooklyn is the end of Asuka's reign. I don't think anybody thinks that. Granted, that's probably maybe the best time to do it when nobody thinks it, but still.
They should just have Ember Moon fight the winner of the Classic then. If she is the number one contender and they've established that, and no one can beat Asuka, just let her fight the Mae Young Classic winner and lose. Whoever it is, I don't know who wins.
Yeah, we don't know. But, yeah, we'll see what happens. They're going to fight. They're going to fight in Brooklyn here at the next TakeOver. We'll move on to the next segment, in which we had the Authors of Pain going up against well-known favorites, David Ramos and Timothy Bumpers. No, I'm just kidding. But they didn't look necessarily too bad at all. They both seem to have looks.
Yeah, the second set of jobbers of the night that look like they could fuck anyone up. So, I mean, that works.
It's a good way to put over your talent, though. Instead of giving them Weasley little people, give them legible-looking people. But then they're still not necessarily legible. But in NXT, also, it's like... obviously, there's jobbers in the sense of they look a lot weaker. But you never really know who's going to be a jobber and who's not. You know, like Oni. Oni's first appearance, I thought he was a jobber. Now Oni's still there. So, it's just different because it's developmental. Jobbers don't stay in the main roster.
They just have to... After time elapses, they have to make these guys their stars. That's just their new wave of NXT stars.
And Oney Lorcan
Even
will do
Braun
it,
Strowman was a rosebud, so I mean,
which is ridiculous. I bet they wish
that's
they'd
really
never
dumb.
done that.
That's really dumb. Like, you had to think, well, this guy at least has potential for a monster role.
Yeah.
Because that's got to be the route you push him.
Think
So
that-
why would you even do that?
Thank the heavens they didn't do that with the AOP as well, because that would have been ridiculous, like matching bumblebees or something.
Man, that'd be hilarious.
But,
If they did that now.
yeah, well, yeah, if they did it now. The freaking, what were the Killer Bees reunion, essentially, or remake, redo.
Oh, gosh.
But, the old Sanity came out. Something like that.
No Eric Young.
No Eric Young, which,
Nikki Cross cut off the AOP
yeah,
from getting to the ring, and then Sanity attacked local favorites, Ramus and Bumpers. Bumpers, man, what the heck?
it's such a bad name. And Timothy, like, not even Tim Bumpers. It's Timothy Bumpers, which makes it sound like he is an 8-year-old who goes to the bowling alley every Wednesday and he uses the bumpers. And he's got his picture in the trophy case, but he doesn't have a trophy. It's just a picture of him that just says Timothy Bumpers, and that's where he got it.
That's really what you get from that. We have all the things in the world. Wow.
That's pretty much.
All right. Well, Sanity attacks them.
Match ended, no contest.
Authors of
Sorry.
Pain come to the ring. And
Authors of Pain.
stand across the ring from them.
Yeah, they
And
forfeit.
then they fight, and then Sanity scurries out. That's over. I guess that's setting up for a match.
It'll be
They're
good.
going to try to find out who's the baby face in that. It'll be Authors of Pain, but I don't know. I feel like that's just, they have such a weak tag division now that that's what they're left with at Brooklyn.
Yeah, a team
Maybe
that's
they'll
not
add
even
machinery to it.
they're not even
Yeah.
really a team. They're more of a faction, so it's kind of odd. But
Yeah.
Dane's
It
killed
just
it
seems like
last
they're
week.
whoever is left out of the tag division right now. Like, there's literally no one else.
Yeah,
Even if you brought back TM61 right now, who gives a damn?
you're right, because
Yeah.
they didn't get
As far
over
as
in the
Brooklyn
first
goes,
place.
they want Brooklyn to be big, so I mean they're putting all the big names on there. The card's already setting up pretty well, but yeah, we'll cover some of those matches later. I
Yeah,
want to jump ahead of myself.
yeah.
Next
This
up
was
was the Velveteen Dream and Benoni. Speaking of jobbers,
yeah.
earlier.
Benoni
I didn't want to
staying.
bring him up then because, well, I didn't want to jump ahead. But Benoni and Oni, they seem to be jobbers.
Benoni and Oni.
And now they're starting to get over. They're going to have... This guy's a big guy. He's bad to the bone.
Benoni Lorcan.
Or at least that's what it says on his belly
Does
button.
it? Bad to the Benoni?
Oh, man, that's funny as hell. No, I said bad to the bone.
I know you did. Bad to the Benoni. But yeah, they fought. And it wasn't bad. Benoni was hitting some spots. And then Velveteen took it over, hit him with his somersault
I don't know
driver.
what- I guess it's a fireman's
not really a
carry.
driver.
I don't know what you would call it. I really don't know what you'd call it.
It's just like a slam.
Maybe like just like a slam.
Yeah.
That's what you call it. So,
I don't know. I really don't know. And then he hit him with the elbow, which was one of the better elbows that we've seen so far. Basically, because he actually hit him with the elbow, which I'm fine with. If he said he'd take it,
that was a really. I mean, that got. I'm not gonna say it got Velveteen over with the crowd, but I mean the crowd has to respect the fact that he comes out and looks like he's competing, and actually looks like he's trying to win a match instead of like he came out, really brought it to Benoni early. I like Velveteen's. I like the selling that he did when they did the atomic drop spot. Then he bashed himself into the corner. His timing seems to be pretty good, so we'll see how he does in longer matches. They didn't have a lot of time here,
yeah, hardly any.
so we'll see what goes on there. And I think I should have maybe should have had a little bit more time, because if you want to get this Benoni guy over, and it wouldn't be too hard. He's a big guy. Just let him fucking.
Both that and the women's match, you could say the same about both. They really, if they would have had a little bit longer time, neither of the losers would have looked as much like jobbers. They would have looked more like competitors.
You could really protect your talent a little more, because Lady Tappa really could be a potential star, and that could be someone feuding with Asuka to bring her down. Not necessarily the one to stop her, but I mean, you gotta have contenders if you want to have draws for things like Brooklyn and stuff. So
Yeah,
you
they
gotta
had
protect
her
these
lose so
people.
quickly. Having her lose isn't bad. Having her lose quickly is bad because I mean she should lose because you're posing you're posing Ember as your number one contender, you know, so she should win, but you still shouldn't have a job out, which is the same for Velveteen and Benoni. I mean, it kind of was odd because it's not as though Benoni should have been like too hurt, to be honest. Then he hit him with the signature, and it's just like that signature knocked him the fuck out.
Yeah.
But right before that, he really wasn't. He bounced out of that out of the corner.
Yeah. Well, he
But,
got beat pretty quick. I mean,
Yeah,
it
he
didn't
beat him pretty quick.
affect
It was
too
weird.
much.
But and then she tried to. Chick was at the. I don't know her name. The good-looking female at the top of the ramp.
I don't know who she is.
Yeah, she tried to get a interview with the Velveteen Dream, and he was like, "Nah, not for these people out here that aren't good looking, that are NXT people, and they live in Florida and they brush their teeth with swamp water." Well, yeah, he didn't say
good.
that, but
He
still.
didn't say that, but that was actually pretty good. I dig that. But we'll see how far this gimmick gets him. He's a talented kid. He's
Athletic.
Speaking of Tough Enough, he's from Tough Enough.
He's athletic.
So, yeah, he's definitely in good shape. He's athletic. Not too bad on the mic.
They keep adding to the gimmick. He did some shit tonight where once he got in the ring, he laid down, and they had like pink and blue lights on him, and he really just kind of like rubbed on himself
Good.
and rolled
He
around
needs to
the
be
ring.
flamboyant.
Yeah, it does
He
definitely.
really needs to be
what
flamboyant.
he should get maybe is
I
like,
like the uncomfortable factor, like making people be like, "Oh man, I can't even watch this."
what he should get is like
That's
a
awesome.
like a boa, not like Hulk Hogan's, but something like that.
Are you
'cause you
saying
could
he
do a
should
lot.
just wear the boa? That's disgusting.
It's not what I'm saying.
That's disgusting.
It's not what I'm
But
saying.
I can get
Charles.
over it, and that's all.
You
that
know
matters.
what? But if that is what I was saying, it'd be cool. But that's that for that. We'll see what the Velveteen Dream and old Cesar Benoni has in them in the future.
What is SP? I'm trying to.
Street Profits!
Oh, okay. Street Profits. They had a. Well, since we're talking about them,
Yeah, let's do the promos before we go into the last, and then we'll end with his promo and then move on to the main.
okay. Well, Street Profits. They're going to be debuting soon.
Showing their
Well,
shit through Snapchat.
I don't know the one guy. I've seen Angelo Dawkins on several occasions
Oh,
before.
yeah. Two
For
headbands.
years. For years. He's stirring the pot for years. So
2 headbands.
2
The
headbands.
worst thing
He's
I've
got it.
seen. I mean, didn't he see that? Was it Percy who wore the 2 pairs of sunglasses or regular glasses? Was that Percy or was that somebody
Maybe.
else?
I don't know.
I don't know. I was gonna say that. Didn't he see that not work?
It really might have been though. I can't remember.
I just remember somebody wore 2 pairs
Somebody
of glasses and
because
like,
they were shining so much. I feel like it was Percy Watson. I really do.
yeah.
That's crazy.
But
Wow, that crazy ass beginning of NXT.
the stirring the pot thing, it doesn't make sense for the fact that he is not stirring the pot. And
Well, he's not really doing that now. Like,
no, yeah.
So,
I'm
I
just
mean,
saying
that's
before, whenever he's doing it, I was like, what the
obsolete.
fuck? But yeah, it seems like this will be fine. I don't know. It depends on how athletic the other guy is.
he
Because
seems
Dawkins
good.
ain't bad.
Montez Ford, I think is his name. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure he's engaged to the Bianca Blair, who's in the Mae Young Classic. So
Yeah.
a little bit of history for him there.
So he might know how to wrestle. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I'd say he does.
I noticed they spelled Street Profit. It's PROFIT, like making money profit, not PROPHET.
Yeah, it's kind
So
of weird.
that's interesting.
But that's kind of a cool thing because it's like, well, what are they? Do they like rap
No,
on the
I dig it.
streets?
It
They
makes
dance
it-
on the streets to make money, you know?
All right.
Dancing on the streets to make some money, you
All
know?
right, all right. Well,
Yeah, got my solo cup. Dancing around the streets, get some money, you know?
all right. You're going into uncomfortable territory here.
See, that's the part I like about it, the uncomfortableness. Speaking of looking uncomfortable,
No, I
No
like
Way
Velveteen
Jose.
Dreams level of uncomfortableness.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
Not you sitting there going, got a solo cup, got a solo cup and a shorty.
Well, hey man, I had a
Drinking on a
great
40.
segment. So I said, speaking of awkwardness, someone who looked very awkward was Noah Jose.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
He
My
looked
God.
so awkward. He looked like a goofy
He
character.
looked like a mule. That's what he looked like with those big
Damn.
donkey teeth. He looks like
Damn.
a goddamn mule.
But Oh God, you burned him.
He fucking does. My God.
But
she came up
he got
dressing
pitched
him
out.
down and fucking said, "Get out of our business." And then she walked away, and he fucking stood there, his teeth front and center, the best they could be, just looking like a jackass.
And he didn't even hit her.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
And he didn't even hit her.
Somebody's hitting it. And I think it's Austin Aries. But I might be wrong.
He just came out with a book about being a vegan. It's
really?
just about being a, like, it's called like a vegan athlete or vegan wrestler. But from what I read, it doesn't seem like it's about wrestling. It seems like it's about his like the way he eats, fitness. Anyway, that was randomness. Noe Jose, he's feuding against Almas pretty much, I guess. And we got this other guy, gave a promo to us, Raul Mendoza.
I didn't like his haircut.
It was like a TJP kind of haircut.
He just looks a little... looks like TJP mixed with Super Crazy. Like, a little bit.
Just it's
Maybe
like a
I
little
don't
kid
remember
haircut.
He was in the Cruiserweight Classic. I remember Brian Kendrick. Oh, wow. I hope I'm not wrong. I remember... Okay, Brian Kendrick was calling him Raul Mendez. Yeah, I hope that's not his real name. I hope that's not why I think it's Mendoza. But I think it's Mendoza.
So he was in the Cruiserweight Classic?
Yeah.
I knew the name. I was like, how do I know the name? And you were like, good, you stupid. And I was like, just looked over at the wall and self-reflect for like 5 minutes.
Well, you might know Raul Mendoza. Who knows?
I don't know. But that was pretty much it. Raul's going to fight next week against a returning Jai Gorgado. He was like, hey, why don't we not make this about a returning Gorgano and make this about Raul Mendoza? And we might. But that was an alright promo. But then we got a very good promo by a young lad by the name of Drew Two Left Shoes McIntyre.
Yeah.
It was alright. It was pretty good. I just very face promo that he gave there. Trying to, he's going against Bobby Roode. He hasn't necessarily looked like... He's just looked like an athlete so far. Last night kind of made him look like a face,
I mean, yeah, you got the crowd behind him a lot. Talked about who he used to be and how he's not that...
I was wondering when he was going to say that kind of shit.
Yeah, I mean, he needed to do it. It's like addressing an elephant in the room.
It was a very good, message, The whole, I waited for everything to be handed to me, and then I realized that it wasn't going to be, and it shouldn't be, and then I fought for it harder than anyone else, and now I'm here to take the NXT title. That's how he said it, and everybody's like, wow, you ruined the promo, buddy.
This guy could be... I've said it while I'm watching this. Anything that they want Reigns to be, this guy could be. He's got the look. He can talk. He's
Great worker.
He's from a foreign country. I know the market's not huge in Scotland, but still, there's that aspect of it. He's a really good wrestler. He grew up
Can't put over the...
trying to be a wrestler, not a football player. As far as I know. Maybe not.
I gotta ask, off topic.
What?
Never mind. I'm not gonna ask.
God
McIntyre, it was
almighty.
good. It was a good promo. I'm surprised that no one came out. I thought Bobby Roode might have come out. But how far away is TakeOver? You think they're gonna have it right before SummerSlam?
Yeah.
Good
So,
idea.
A month away.
Okay. Bobby Roode will be there. He'll be a talking. He'll be a talking. He'll be a squawking the way he does. Glorious, baby. Glorious.
Okay,
See,
well, do you think that'll be the best match of the show?
From what I'm seeing so far that's made, all that we have is the Ember Moon Asuka match and Drew McIntyre and Bobby Roode. Who's fighting AOP, do you know?
Well, I mean, you could imagine it'd be Sanity.
Oh, yes. You're right, obviously.
Plus, you got other matches like Jose and almost.
You think that would be...
who knows what they'll give Gargano, so they're not that yet. But Ono and Hideo, I think obviously they'll have a match there.
I don't know. They just had a
They
really
had a
good match.
with a bullshit finish. They had a low blow finish. They're going to definitely fight again. That feud just...
Well, let's talk about it right now.
They're not going to have...
That's the next match.
Okay, well...
Just keep going. They're not going to have...
They're not going to have Hideo turn super heel and
You're
attack him afterwards just to drop an angle. Just to push Hideo onto something else.
I forgot he kicked him in the nuts.
Yeah, he kicked him in the nuts.
Yeah.
So that feud's definitely going on.
Yeah, which is it's good. That match was very good. They're so good, man. Hard hitting. That's one of the best parts about NXT is
I like them both.
They beat the crap out of each other. Everybody does, every week. Like the Velveteen match. Like that dude had to have been like hit me with it. I don't give a fuck, Yeah. Like I just love to see that. That's the kind of wrestler I would like to be. Like I respect like the Miz. I imagine the Miz and Randy Orton are the only two people I've ever heard do stuff like this, where they don't want to get hit. But then you hear about people like AJ Styles, and fucking he's just saying like he wants to get hit very hard and hit back very hard. But you saying you want to get hit very hard, you don't want to get hurt, but you want to be able to, You're still working safe. They're all working safe, obviously, but...
Yeah, you say you want to get hit until you get hit real fucking hard and you're concussed.
Yeah, I don't mean that, but I mean, like...
No, I'm talking about them. I'm saying, like, there's a fine line. Like, because you could say, oh, I want to be hit. I want people to be snug. Lay it in. And then guys come up and they're like, oh, okay, I'm going to fucking knock your tooth out. And then Sheamus does it and everyone's mad at him. So, I mean...
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, but people like that. That was great. That was great when he knocked his fucking tooth out.
You gotta have different workers, I guess. So
chocolate vanilla. We say it every week.
Yeah.
We say it every week, Charles. But Ono and Hideo, it was good, dude. They were hitting hard.
Very good match.
All the moves that they could throw in there, they did. Hideo never hit him with the GTS, did he?
After the match.
Okay, yeah, because I was gonna say that would have had to have finished it, I'd assume.
Well, it did. All right, it left him lying.
Laid him out. You attacked him, ruthless attack after the match, and I don't know. There's really not much to say other than it was a really good match. Morrow was going off.
Yeah, he was.
He was saying a lot of good stuff. You said that you like the was it fist like a fist like
right fist like a sleeping pill,
like a sleeping pill, like a freaking.
But then he also says things like, "It's on like Donkey Kong."
Hey, you know what? I say that every now and then.
Exactly, you say that every now and again, and you're not getting paid to do it.
Well, so
I want to hear some sweet lines. I want to hear a fucking. These two guys are going at it. I don't know. I don't know. Not a fucking Donkey
You're not
Kong
getting paid
reference.
either. You're not getting paid either. I understand what you're saying, but still, in this match, noticeably, he's just good at like just hyping up the match, helping it in any way that he can.
He's a hype man.
He is. He fucking the commentator can really get you into a match if they're fucking really excited. That's why JR's the best, because he would literally get you excited just by his words. Michael Cole can do it. Very few people can do it. Like, JBL can't really do it for me. Like,
ball game.
Yeah, that's not... Corey Graves, I like Corey Graves, but he doesn't really, get me excited.
Corey Graves is
I just respect him.
He's a likable guy.
Yeah, there's, everybody respects Corey Graves, because it's like, oh, man.
Which is weird, because he's this tattooed guy. Most people would think, what a douche.
Well, such a feel-bad...
He just likes wrestling so much.
And he has a really sad story. To where he has an original look. He's a good-looking guy. He was, from what I've heard, a good worker. I've seen him wrestle, and now he can't wrestle anymore.
Possibly going to be the next GM.
That'd be so.
That's
weird.
not a rumor or anything. That's just something I've concocted.
He said cock.
I did.
Freaking. Anyway,
okay.
It was a good NXT. We have some other stuff that we can get to.
As far as what I was saying about Corey Graves.
Did I step on you?
No, not really. I was just.
The GM thing.
They need to open up if that would get Kurt out of it, if they want him to go back to just because he could just be with Jason Jordan, he don't need to be GM.
But
that gives him a weekly role anyway, and then Corey Graves could do that, and that gives a commentary spot opened up.
But for right now, they need to have Kurt Angle has to have power.
Otunga and Booker,
Yeah,
nobody. So
right now, Kurt Angle needs to have that spot because he needs power.
Yeah, that's fine, but he can. I don't know.
So he can just put Jordan in whatever he wants, you know what I mean? But, that's... random shit. We got random shit to go. We got random topics for his last 15 minutes.
Anyway,
run through them.
Hideo goes wild after the DQ loss.
GTS.
GTS did 2 GTSs in the ring, and then one on the steel steps outside.
Fucking Ono probably won't wake up till Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So he better be a little worried about if he ain't gonna get no training in from then till now. Yeah, I said that backwards. Get off my back.
But anyway, that was NXT.
That was it. That's how it ended.
NXT. I liked it.
Random shit, random bullet points. We got them. We're giving them to you. The SummerSlam poster. One of the SummerSlam posters that's in rotation has John Cena, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Jinder Mahal on it. Now, granted, that doesn't mean it's going to be a triple threat, but I think that's pretty funny, don't you?
I do think it's funny, but they could... I don't know. You got to think this could be just a marketing ploy. I'm not saying just to get us to think something.
The biggest people on the show.
Just to get the Japanese market to watch.
But still.
They got Jinder Mahal on the cover of a SummerSlam poster. I mean, that's... A year ago, that would have sounded absurd. He wasn't even in the company, so... Yeah,
so you're saying you get the biggest guy from India, the biggest guy that we have from Japan, and the biggest guy that we have from the U.S. On the poster. But at the same time, this could be the triple threat, and I just think it's funny. I even wrote haha next to it. Because I just think, I don't know, even if that's not what they meant by it, I'd assume that was the point. I don't know. We'll see. Next Thursday. I'm stuck in the past. Next Tuesday on SmackDown when Shinsuke fights John Cena.
Yeah. And what's going to be awesome.
Awesome.
And if you're dogging it, you're an idiot. You're about to see Cena Nakamura.
Speaking of awesome, do you think Jason Jordan's going to fight The Miz at SummerSlam? It's so random, because there's no seeds for that at all.
I mean, that's a rumor.
Yeah, that's a rumor. That's another bullet point.
And it's weird because it's like, why do we know that? Why do we know these?
I know, I hate that. I hate knowing things, but it's like we have to know because we're doing this.
I'm good.
The only thing...
I just mean anybody. Why does anybody know? Why does anybody have that much of an insider where they know a feud that's about to start that has no insight, that has no seeds planted? But then, why did everyone think it was predictable for Jason Jordan to be the fucking son when that should not have been predictable because he's not his fucking son? It's not... Why do we know these things? Somebody is leaking way too much.
And it makes no sense. Just like the Meltzer thing doesn't make sense to me. It's like, I don't understand how he has such an inside thing. I just don't get it.
Who is giving up these storylines from the inside?
Yeah.
Jimmy fucking Jacobs, is it you? The zombie princess? You son of a bitch.
Save me, Mario!
Okay. I don't know what that is.
That was a zombie princess. Princess Peach.
Oh, okay. I get it.
But,
I thought it was just, I'm gonna stay away from that. But.
Yeah. And, also speculation that the tag team matchup for Raw could be Sheamus and Cesaro versus Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose?
Yeah. A little weird.
I just don't see... So they're going to... I don't know. It's going to be a not tag team versus a not tag team that's become a tag team. I don't know about this.
I just don't... They're starting so many new feuds all of a sudden.
It's weird. I don't get it. I don't get it. But you know what? I'm fine with it. It'll be a great match.
Think, okay, maybe they'll do Seth, Dean, and Miz for the title or something like that.
Yeah.
But instead, it's going to be Sheamus and Cesaro, who have no ties to Seth and Dean recently.
Except for they were watching them on the TV.
Yeah, but they were watching everybody.
I know.
But you would have to think, why would they be watching them particularly? That had to plant some seeds. Because other than that, there's... why would they even look at them? These two guys who can't get along, why would they be like, oh man, they're on the horizon? So that's just weird.
That's weird.
But I'll take it. I mean, that gives Seth and Dean something to do. They might win the titles. Anytime Seth wins a title, that's interesting.
Yeah. And anytime Dean wins a title, it's not that interesting. Yeah. So we'll see what happens with that dynamic.
Yeah. Good point.
Christian or Randy Orton? Who wins? Tell me.
Randy Orton.
Randy Orton, and that's it for that. Swagger's I'm just kidding, but supposedly Randy said that he wants to fight Christian, and who really cares? To be honest, I mean, come on. What?
I mean, they have really good matches. You'll see a rehash of a really good match.
I've always liked Christian, and I like Randy Orton, but that's just like.
It's just not needed.
No.
Let's be honest.
Don't see the point in that at all. Other than the fact that would keep Randy out of the title picture, which is fine with me. Gotta keep him out of there.
But, like, what's the story?
I really thought you were gonna say.
Why does Christian have to come? What's the stip?
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say, but, like, what's the stip?
Okay, good question. If it comes back, what is the stip? They've had all these fucking
One more
matches.
match. Whoever loses.
Yeah. Whoever that loses what? Gets one more match?
No, that's their last match.
Okay, well, it's Christian.
I know. But when they're finally
Christian is retired, Randy Orton.
Yeah, because he's retired. It's funny. It's goofy. It's all of the above. But, I don't know. Random. Not really necessary. Another small thing.
It'd be nice to see Christian lock up with guys like AJ Styles on SmackDown.
Yeah.
I will say that.
No, I'd be fine with Christian coming back. I just think that Christian wouldn't beat Randy Orton, and it would be weird for Christian to just come back to just fight Randy Orton in one more match.
You're right, yeah. But if he was to come back and lock it up with guys like AJ, I'd definitely be down for that.
How can one more match be your gimmick for so many years of wrestling?
Yeah, really.
It just doesn't make sense. Christian's good, though. I really have always liked Christian. I wasn't watching when he was doing, like, the temper tantrum type stuff, but, like, when you watch that stuff, it's so good. He did that so well.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever he wore, like, those fishnet shirts,
completely different Christian. It's weird.
He wore them so well.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I give him that. He's completely normal.
I should have said a second thing and then said that third. What would you do if you were just kicking it, just strolling through the apps on your Xbox One, and then all of a sudden the Hulu's all like, get us from off for free, and then you see CM Punk's face freaking showing for SmackDown? How surprised would you be?
I don't know. I would be more surprised if I saw it on a UFC poster, I guess. But
well, put yourself in the shoes of young Jay Walker this morning at 8 p.m. Damn it, I fudged it all up. 8 p.m. this morning. That doesn't make sense. No, but on Xbox One, Hulu, supposedly, CM Punk was being shown.
Yeah. CM Punk was on the SmackDown Live. And I don't know. That's pretty cool, I guess. I don't know why they would. I don't know how new that is. If someone just noticed that, I don't know what's up.
I don't even think it would matter.
Punk's not. I mean, even if he does come back, okay, that's awesome.
I don't think they care who's on the front of those. Edge has been on the SmackDown one forever, and John Cena's been on the Raw one forever. Literally since like 2009.
No, because you can look through and find episodes of SmackDown on Hulu that are going to have CM Punk from years ago. So yeah, they can use that. That's fine.
Yeah,
doesn't mean he's coming back. They still own his likeness from archives from a certain period of time.
Well, I guess that's right. I never really thought about that.
You can't be like, oh, you can't put CM Punk on that 2011 version of Raw, you crazy man. So you can't erase people. You can't erase history.
Wouldn't it be great if he came back? Fought AJ Styles.
Think of all the matches, man.
AJ Styles is always the one to
Rollins,
say. Kevin Owens.
Newly reinvented Miz. Guys like...
That's the one you say third. The newly reinvented Miz. Maybe a little Bo Dallas on the side.
That's right. He would be on the side. We know that. But guys like Nakamura, like you said, Owens. Jinder, the Maharaja.
Yeah, that'd be the best one.
Honestly. And Hideo. Guys like Hideo and Ono in NXT.
Man, that'd be nuts. To see
Punk
Hideo versus Punk.
Yeah, oh, wow. I didn't even think of the GTS aspect.
That would just be ridiculous. Wild. I don't even know how that would work.
That could be the gimmick. Loser fucking can't use it anymore.
Loser leaves town.
Okay, well.
That doesn't mean they leave the WWE. That just means that they have to leave like a couple hours before everybody else. So they have to get on the plane or the bus by themselves or a taxi. It's really lame and boring.
And then there's Ono, who had the longest match in history with Punk.
Yeah, and somebody else. Who else was in there? It wasn't just CM Punk, was it?
I think it was just those three.
Dang it. He was in something else then. I feel like he has another record.
Mikey Whipwreck?
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay.
I just waved him off.
That Quackenbush guy?
Quackenbush. You talking about the Diddlebush? Nobody knows about that.
Samoa Joe versus Punk. Man, think of all these Ring of Honor matchups that we've seen but could see again in WWE.
Christopher Daniels versus CM Punk.
If he went to Ring of Honor right now, because he's not coming to WWE at his age.
That would be crazy, though, if CM Punk was coming back to SmackDown right now, and, like, he's just at the back and stuff, and nobody knows. He couldn't be. He couldn't be there, you know? Because it would get out.
He could definitely walk in there in a Sin Cara mask and a suit, and no one would ever know that was CM Punk.
Yeah, you're
or
right.
If people would be like, well,
that'd be hilarious, because people think it was Sin Cara. If he was wearing, like, an actual suit and a Sin Cara mask and, like, got out of the back of a limo.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
Because people would just be like, well, that's just Sin Cara.
Botchamania! Just yelling it at CM Punk. It's not gonna be CM Punk, because he's not coming back, at least not yet. Yeah. So, get over it. Did they ever get those ice cream bars?
No.
Never?
No, but New Day will have some.
Are you sure? Because they were trying to do that forever ago. Why do they keep acting like they're going to push ice cream bars and then not doing it?
Because people, you can't collect them.
It's just weird, though. Yes, you can. You can leave that in your freezer forever.
Yeah, exactly. You can leave it in your freezer, apart from your collection. It's just going to be in your freezer. I don't know. That's just
you're right.
For me, because I collect wrestling stuff, I wouldn't be like, I'm going to keep this in my freezer. I got this damn Dolph Ziggler chocolate ice cream bar. I'm going to keep it forever.
Dolph Ziggler would obviously be vanilla.
Yeah, that's true.
Just kidding. That's my problem with what's going on. You're crazy.
Yeah.
Well, chocolate vanilla. But,
I've got this Mark Henry sexual chocolate bar. And I've got to put it in the freezer for years.
I got a Big Show bar. See, really, that's not too funny. But if you take Show out, it's a big bar. So, like, it's bigger than the other ones. Hey, that was on the spot, people.
Oh. Surprise, surprise.
Get off my back. Now I'm just trying to think of different ice cream puns, and I can't think of anyone. The Rock E Road.
The Rock E Road. Well, I'll take that.
It's not good. It's not good.
Not good, but it's not bad. There's been worse. I've definitely heard worse puns than that.
Well, we're running
Stone Cold
ice cream.
Cold Stone. Yeah,
So
that's right.
Cold Stone. Oh, is Cold Stone a company?
I'm pretty sure. If I'm wrong, then I'm going to start it.
I don't think it is, but I think that.
Cold Stone, man. I might be right.
Are you looking to see if anything else happened?
Yeah,
Is that what's
Renee
going on
Young to appear on both Raw and SmackDown from now on.
I just left that one off there because I didn't.
Well, we're closing down here. I'm salvaging.
Yeah, she's going to be on both shows. I mean, it's pretty obvious why. Because she's very good at her job, and they want to have her everywhere they can, just like they do with Corey Graves. So everybody get the hell over it.
WCPW Loaded returns August 3rd. We're not associated with them, but that's wrestling news. So if you want to go watch it, you watch it.
I really don't even know what that meant. And I don't want you to tell me what it meant.
WCW. We can't pro wrestle. But they try, so damn it. That's not their fault. Great Khali's back. Everybody knows
covered that. We covered that yesterday. You guys all heard that
like
yesterday.
A blanket.
Wait, what?
Like a blanket. We covered it. We're in the closing 45 seconds here.
And
it's been a beautiful morning so far.
It's actually looks like it might rain.
Well, it's been a beautiful one for me because I didn't have to work last night.
You know what?
And you did.
That's quite admirable, Charles. I wish I didn't have to, and I wish I didn't have to tonight, but I do. So we're going to close this out and leave you guys to your own devices.
Thank you for joining us today on this day of the July 27th in 2017. You've been here with Charles X and, of course,
this Lou.
We wish you the best throughout your day. Good morning.